Westbrook is fearless on the court and with his sense of fashion.
Influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. Now let's take a look at Louisville's opening lineup. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Cody Zeller. Then it's Durant. Then it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Butler in at the 2 guard. We've got Ibaka. Luka Doncic out there with Russell Westbrook. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. And here's Westbrook. Beyond the arc. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. And in constructing lineups, Chris, there's often the dilemma of choosing rim protection versus floor spacing. To you, what matters most?
Well, to me, what matters most is floor spacing. It doesn't. Defense is not overrated. I'm not saying that, but it doesn't matter if you have defense and you can't score. Scoring is just as important, and you have to put pressure on that defense by scoring. And even if you have a shot blocker, what if I have guys that like shoot it outside and don't come to the paint?
Right.
Well, then I've already taken that shot blocker out of the game. So it's all about offense, having a balanced offense, and then guys willing to listen, pay attention to the details, and be engaged on the defensive end.
KD can't get it to go. Rondo against Westbrook. Great D that time from Durant.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. There's the triple. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist by Westbrook.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
And the dunk by Zeller.
Yeah, I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Zeller grabs the board. For Louisville, they come in off a loss to Montreal. Nice shot by Rondo.
And although not the biggest guy, you gotta love how Rondo uses his body inside. It has a great touch as well around the rim.
Now here's Westbrook. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas. For Louisville, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. The pass to KD. And again, it's Louisville converting.
Good at cashing in from mid-range. Such a consistent shooter, Mr. Kevin Durant.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. They get the rebound.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Pass to Rondo. Kicks it to Butler. Shot clock at 6. Lays it up and banks it in.
Are extremely active on both ends of the floor. Butler shrugs off contact.
Outside Westbrook. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Wiggins, good. Nice assist from Westbrook.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish it.
Rondo against Westbrook. Passes to Butler. Pass to Zeller. And Westbrook pulls it down.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
Deft touch on the alley-oop.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I gotta say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Now here's Rondo. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against.
And even while he was piling up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming.
Now here's Westbrook. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. Rondo with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Louisville. Up and in on the layup. Rondo's got his second basket of the night.
And Rondo, as good as it gets in transition, whether he's shooting or passing, he tends to make the right decision.
Now here's Westbrook. 5 points in the game. From outside, off the mark.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
Rondo against Westbrook. Durant, the pass to Porzingis. And the rejection by Ibaka.
An elite rim protector, Ibaka has the highly desired combination of athleticism and timing.
And the pass to Wiggins. Misses off the right iron. For Louisville, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Now here's Rondo. Outside Durant, takes a three. Good on the three-point shot. KD's got 7 points.
This is where Durant feasts. I mean, he can let it fly, and he has confidence.
Here's Westbrook. Porzingis with the block.
You know what a kind of competitor he is? I know he's upset with his performance and with the score.
Good work there as it goes. And it's 9 points for KD.
They couldn't have asked for much more from him today. He's been a key force in their offense.
Well, Kevin Durant was highly sought after following this past season. And, Chris, you knew his decision would have a huge ripple effect across the NBA.
Yeah, and at this point in his career, Kev, I mean, KD can do whatever he wants as far as which team he plays for. I mean, he has the titles, he has the money, and he has nothing left to prove. I mean, you can see why he chose this team.
Fans, broadcasters love to see teams get out and attack in transition. Would you like to see the league crack down on intentional fouls that will halt that break, slow down that break, stifle that break?
No, because the home fans or the fans of the team that's fouling doesn't want that team to get out and get an easy 2 points. I mean, we still have to have defense in the game, so anything that takes away from team scoring, you just can't say, well, we want to watch them score, don't do it. No. And very honestly, if you're an unselfish team, usually on those breaks, it's usually because a player holds the ball too long.
Right.
Usually they have another open player in front of them that they can pass it up to. And if you're an unselfish team, usually you'll still give the fans what they want. And that's a crazy highlight on the break.
Marc Gasol's checked in for Cauley Stein. Doncic dishes to Westbrook. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Westbrook.
Well, Mike D'Antoni, he's a legendary coach in this game. He's found success at almost every stop he's coached at, only missing a title to cement his legacy.
Both free throws good from Westbrook. And here's Louisville. They're on a 15-6 run. Rondo passes to Durant. Butler against Ibaka. Butler kicks to KD. Over Wiggins. Wiggins with some nice D. And with Mike D'Antoni, Chris, you can see his influence as a coach throughout the NBA.
Yeah, a lot of modern offenses borrow from things D'Antoni created. The up-tempo early offense is a product of his 7 seconds or less era. I mean, his imprint is all over the NBA.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Here's Westbrook. And the rebound goes to Louisville.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution. Well, they say players are made in the summertime, and that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season, gets out in the country, and puts in that work.
Catching up on the changes for Louisville. Lopez, he's checked in for Cody Zeller. P.J. Tucker comes in for Porzingis. And it's Teague in for Rajon Rondo. That free throw good from Butler. And Greg, those summertime workouts for Butler, they are something.
I mean, they sure are. He calls them bandanas and buckets. Grows his hair out, two-a-days, hot yoga, intentionally isolated from the hustle and bustle of the big city. It gives him an excuse to really just lock in.
Now here's Durant after the Marcus Olmis. Tucker finds Teague. 5 to shoot. Lopez passes to Durant. Misses the 3.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without fouling.
Offensive rebound. There's Williams. Ball, the pass to Gasol. To stop the run. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Brook Lopez.
The size of Gasol makes him a tough cover. Plus, he knows how to draw fouls.
As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Gasol. And through his first 8 seasons in the NBA, Marc Gasol made a total of 12 three-pointers. Nowadays, Greg, he'll make more than that in a month.
and you ask around, he's always been capable. A great shooting touch. It's just a different job description for big men nowadays.
And so he hits both. Chris, you've been a commentator for the NBA Vegas Summer League. Amazing how much that event has grown.
Oh, how about this year? The Chinese, the Croatian national team. I mean, come on. It's just this is a global game, and we're bringing all of them to Vegas to let fans go up in there and watch rookies at a young, early age and see the best players. I mean, this is awesome. You got to love how forward-thinking the NBA is. This is really cool to watch.
It is. And only 28% here in the first. A shoddy game offensively for them so far. Ball dishes to Green. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Oh, you'd like to see a stronger pick than that, but it turns out he didn't need the help.
Lopez passes to Butler. Ball with the rebound.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage. And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Now here's Teague. We saw him with 10 points last game. Back to KD. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Off target with his 3.
Well, if you can't hit that one, your teammates are going to think twice about feeding you the next time down.
Green inside, defended by Durant. Gasol wide open. He fires, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Terrific off the catch. I mean, Gasol right into the shooters.
Here's Teague. Gasol with the rebound.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, but Greg, that's just great defense, forcing his man into a difficult attempt.
And all those hours in the weight room paying off right there for Teague. Nice finish through the contact.
Ball against Teague. Ball with the bucket. Louisville leading by 6. T kicks to Butler. Over Green. Here's Lopez. Excellent D there from Williams. Ball feeling it out of it. And Ball slams it in.
Good at getting into the lane. Ball, I mean, you can see how confident he is on the drive.
To the inside, Durant, and then Durant with the jam.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Pass to House. 36 seconds left to play here in the first. The shot by Williams, no good. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for Louisville. 6-point lead. He misses that time, but only 5 misses in his 11 shots from the field as he's 6 of 11. Green dishes the ball. There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter. To the middle. Lopez with the block.
And you got to appreciate the length Lopez has. He's effective at using it to stifle shooters.
And so is Louisville, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And we'll be back with you shortly. Marquee matchup tonight. Jimmy Butler says he loves to go up against the best.
I'm one that if you're the best in the world, I want to see it, and I wake up for these games. I want to know, how do you do it, and you're going to have to do it every night when you go up against me.
That's the hard-working mentality Butler provides. A two-way threat, Greg, who wants to dominate the top players at his position.
And Butler's really embraced being a leader. You can tell he lives for these types of matchups and games.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And Louisville, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Louisville, we've got Teague. Brook Lopez is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's KD in at the small forward position. And the first one drops. We often talk about problems between the players and fans. And I'm sure there are some things that fans do, Chris, that players do appreciate.
Oh, yeah, Cap. And you know what we really appreciate? The good trash-talking fans.
Oh, really?
The clean trash-talking fans. Oh, Weber, you suck. You can't shoot. Oh, so what? You just dunked on the whole team. Like, don't stop in the first quarter, good fans. You know, keep going when I'm giving it to you all game long. So you love that. You love the crowds, too, that don't need to be hyped up by a PA guy. You love the ones that are just so sincere. When they see that kissing camera come on, they go crazy, or they're just cheering for both teams in great play, though they want their teams to win. And you love, again, the creative heckler, the one that had to think about it the day before, like the ones that comes in with the sign and it's a picture of you crying or look like you're crying with words under, like, hey, you didn't get asked to prom today, or the face on Chris after he missed the shot. You love that because it is a great relationship. Don't be fooled, and you know this, Kevin. It's a great relationship between players and the fans, and we need those fans to heckle us because when you heckle the best players, you usually get their best game.
Butler on the way. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And, oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That'll be his second foul of the game. Porzingis is checked in for Louisville. to the paint. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by T. And Louisville leads by 12.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Doncic finds Wiggins. A floater, and it's sent back by Lopez. Here's Teague. Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Ball against Butler. Inside, Porzingis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Louisville shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw good from Porzingis. So both teams making some changes here. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Here's Westbrook. And the rebound goes to Louisville. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. And Teague, here we go. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Doncic against Teague. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Oh, man, such a quick and explosive leaper. Cauley Stein throws it down with ease.
Rondo against Doncic. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley Stein. Cody Zeller's checked in for Brook Lopez. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Porzingis can't hit. And just 31% in the game. Doncic outside. Passes it to Westbrook. Trying his luck from deep. It's good from long range. Westbrook's got 10.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Since taking over the starting role in 2018, Willie Cauley-Stein has lived up to his draft spot of being number 6 grade overall in 2015.
And you knew that a big man like Cauley-Stein would take a few years to develop, but at a legit 7 feet and great length, he is everything you could hope for in a starting center. Yeah, coach's pet peeve there, no box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
That free throw good from Doncic. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
Oh, man, the versatility Durant offers, driving, spotting up, using his post game. I mean, he does it well.
Rondo against Westbrook. Wiggins outside. Unloads. That one doesn't go. Now Louisville takes it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball, exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
Louisville shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second. Just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. Here's Westbrook. He's got 10. With the shot, buries the 20-footer. Westbrook's got 5 points in the quarter. Louisville leading by 10. Now Rondo. He has 5. Teague with the ball. Fires from deep. Here's Zeller. Outside for Rondo. Left side, Porzingis over Ibaka. Louisville, no good that time either.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time. It's just not.
And here's Westbrook. 12 points for him. Yep, that one goes. 8 points for Luka Doncic.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
So Louisville calls timeout, their first.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, and sometimes it just comes down to a couple of critical plays which you need to execute in close, ugly games.
And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
Well, you look at Doncic. He's at the head of the pack in the West.
And I can't say that anyone is surprised. Always one of the players that everyone loves to watch.
And it seems like the anticipation just continues to build each year around this time of the season. Gonna be a fantastic weekend. Now, here's Porzingis. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against...
Even more impressively was his shot blocking. I mean, by the end, they were afraid to bring the ball anywhere near him. Can you say intimidation?
Here's Westbrook. Pulls it up. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Teague, the pass to Porzingis. Back to Teague. It's rebounded by Doncic.
That's the only way to hold him in check. He's got it inside. You got to have a body on him right away.
And the dunk by Westbrook.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Now here's Durant. He had a 36-point outing in the last game again.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
First free throw is good.
Yeah, the versatility and competitive fire of Doncic is impressive. You can just tell this kid loves to play the game.
Free throw is good from Doncic. Louisville leading by 4. Outside Teague. Outside Durant. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Buries the long-range jumper. Westbrook's got 17 now.
His three-point game is heating up. That's his second 3 of the quarter. third overall.
Pass to KD. The high post shot. They get it back. And the dunk by Zeller.
And the work ethic of Zeller. Now that's what makes him dangerous when scoping out opportunities on the offensive glass.
Westbrook dishes to Cauley-Stein. And Ibaka kicks to Westbrook. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Westbrook's got 19 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Louisville. Right side, Porzingis. Ibaka with some nice D.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Rajon Rondo.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And it's tied up with that one. A different look for Louisville. P.J. Tucker comes in for Porzingis. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Durant. That one misses.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead. Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Now, here's Ball. 9 points last game out. Outside, Green. Outside for Gasol. Lock at 6. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. That's 7 points for Marc Gasol.
Upping his three-point game over the years. Gasol, I mean, has adjusted well to how the game is played nowadays.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, for the last 5 years, the Golden State Warriors have been the colossus that stood over the NBA. And there were thoughts that most teams were not willing to do things to be competitive, knowing that they could not beat the Splash Brothers, Draymond Green, and then Kevin Durant. But the Warriors lost to the Raptors in the finals last year, combined with the injuries to Durant and Klay Thompson, have opened things up. And for the first time in a long time, there are any number of teams in this league that believe it's their time.
Probably so. The West is strengthened, there's no doubt, D.A. Interesting matchups coming up for sure. Thank you. Williams, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. It's Gasol missing.
Come on. You got to get up on him and play some defense. They won't get away with that next time.
Yeah, and Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spots.
Ball against Rondo. Ball kicks to Gasol. On the wing, Green. Back to Gasol. Sinks that one from the post. Gasol's got 5 points in the quarter.
And the interior game of Gasol. I mean, he's had a number of ways to score from here.
Rondo passes to Butler. Outside Teague. And there's the pass to Tucker. Zeller trying to free himself up. Tucker can't get it to go. Hitting 41% for the game. Green kicks to Ball. We've got 28 seconds left in the first half of the game. He gets that one. Williams has got his second bucket tonight.
What an excellent distributor Zoe is. I mean, he has a knack for getting it to his open teammates.
Now Butler. He's coming off a 22-point game again. Louisville needs to get off a shot. Baseline try, and Rondo with the basket on the assist by Butler. And it's 7 points for Rajon Rondo.
And, you know, he's proven to be capable at sinking that mid-range jump shot. Rondo has to be respected from that part of the floor.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Louisville out in front, up by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarters.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He ended up with 19 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
Well, I see a team that's playing smart, moving the ball around to the open man, just taking what the defense gives them. There's a nice flow, a nice energy, a nice synergy to the game.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
Well, they had a strong perimeter game. See, Ernie, when this team executes from long range, those weapons spread out of defense.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to be...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, the defense didn't do a very good job of staying connected to him. We'll see if they make an adjustment.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We've got Luka Doncic. Baca is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Westbrook in at the point. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half.
I mean, it is insane that Durant shoots from behind the arc like it's a free throw. Just an easy motion from him that deep. Something you just don't appreciate enough. It's the efficiency of Kevin Durant. 7 straight years now of him shooting over 50% from the floor. I mean, it's incredible given how many shots he takes.
And KD not just an elite scorer, Chris, as you said, but an efficient elite scorer.
Yeah, Kevin, you look at everyone else in the league scoring 30-plus a night, and they aren't shooting over 50% from the floor. That is just one of the many things that make KD a generational talent on the offensive end.
First free throw is good.
And no matter what, one of the big positives they can take away from this game is how well they performed at the line.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And for Louisville, they're shooting 47% from the floor. Getting it done. Next to Porzingis. Back to Rondo. Zeller against Cauley-Stein. Zeller dishes to KD. Pulls it from the elbow. That one off the back iron and out. For the game at 42%. For 3, Westbrook drains the three-pointer. Westbrook's got 23. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Out left to the wing. Porzingis to 2. That's in, coming off the assist from KD. Durant's got 5 assists in the game. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Westbrook against Rondo. Outside Butler. And stolen by Cauley-Stein. Outside Westbrook. No good on the 3. For Louisville, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Durant, wide open, he fires. And again, it's Louisville converting.
And it's completely unfair to expect a defender to do anything against Durant on that pull-up shot. It's just unguardable.
From 13, and that one goes long. And it's Rondo with the ball for Louisville. 17 points was their biggest margin. Back to Butler. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Rondo. From deep. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Here's the list of players who had the most steals in the NBA last season. Fourth, Russell Westbrook. And, of course, Jimmy Butler.
And with all the steals these two came away with, they probably put a thought in the back of every opponent's head, and it wasn't a very good thought.
He lobs it up, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Give credit to the arms of Cauley Stein. They go on forever, which makes him the ultimate alley-oop finisher.
Rondo against Westbrook. Rondo passes to Durant. He kicks it to Butler. Pass to Rondo. Launches it. Louisville getting another chance here. Shot by Zeller, no good. Gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Doncic passes to Westbrook. Left side, Ibaka. Goes up the baseline. Jump shot is good. Ibaka's got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, the difference between Ibaka and most other guys at his position, the silky smooth mechanics on that jumper.
Outside, Porzingis. Kicks to Butler. Jacks up a three. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Ibaka's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Outside Westbrook. Shoots a three. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists tonight.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Rondo scanning the floor. Here's Porzingis. No good again that time.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Yes, that goes in.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
They came out the locker room refreshed. I mean, they've been the stronger team since halftime, no doubt.
Timeout called, Louisville.
Yeah, well, Willie Cauley Stein, I mean, last season was his best by far. He was showing the effort and finishing that made him such a high pick in 2015.
And Louisville making a change here. Lopez is checked in. Durant with it. Westbrook picks him up. Durant drawing the double team. Butler from outside. And he's good on the 3 ball. Butler's got 10 points.
Oh, and you don't have to tell Butler to shoot it. He's ready to let it fly as soon as he touches the rock.
And for Cauley Stein, the improvement, Chris, was across the board.
Yeah, he was playing about the same amount as the year before, but it was just more impactful. I mean, he's much more tenacious on the glass, finishing better at the rim. Everything you wanted to see from him.
And finished off by Westbrook.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Westbrook against Rondo. The pass to Porzingis. And the rejection by Ibaka. And he's able to get it back. Chalk up 2 there.
Toughness and energy on the boards. An easy putback to show for it.
Westbrook against Rondo. Lets it fly. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. That's now 32 points for Russell Westbrook. Lopez passes to Butler. And again, it's Louisville converting.
The nice IQ Butler has. I mean, he takes his time and does a nice job reading the defense.
Westbrook passes to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Ball's knocked loose. Westbrook with the steal. And finished off by Westbrook.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down.
The kick out to Lopez. Back to Butler. The 17-footer. Stein grabs the board. Stein's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And Wiggins throws it down.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Yeah, you can clearly see which offense is better right now. We'll see if that continues the rest of the way.
Timeout called, Louisville. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Look, they can't leave him alone for a second on the perimeter. Not the way he's shooting the three tonight.
So both teams changing it up here. Teague the pass to Porzingis. Durant. Some solid defense from Ibaka. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That is his first foul of the game. Hitting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Teague against Ball.
Teague anticipated every move on that play and was right there to meet him each step of the way. Great defense.
Here's KD. For Louisville, they missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. That free throw good from Durant. Williams, he's checked in for Serge Ibaka. Durant hits them both.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
Outside Gasol. Over Porzingis. It's Gasol missing.
That's a nice defensive effort. Sticking right up on him. I mean, affecting the shot.
The drive by KD. And that one is good. KD's got 9 points here in the second half. Ball kicks to Doncic. Here's the teardrop. He lays it in. Doncic has got 16 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Durant. And again, it's Louisville converting.
And too bad this scoring hasn't been contagious. I mean, they'd be in much better shape if a few of their other guys could pick up some slack.
Ball with it. They kick it out to Green. Launches a 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Green's got his second bucket of the game to go.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
KD with it. Now Green defending. No good that time.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Ball, the pass to Gasol. Shot clock at 5. Here's Green. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Green's got 5 points now this quarter.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Teague is just so elusive on the court that he'll catch you leaning and force you to pick up a foul.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Finished the season last year around 80% from the stripe.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, Jeff Teague, one of the more calm players at the line, always looks to be in control.
Daniel House has checked in for Luka Doncic. And so Teague gets 2 free throws.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Pass to Gasol. Over Porzingis, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And just like his brother Powell, Marc Gasol active in humanitarian causes.
I mean, we saw him volunteering on rescue boats in the Mediterranean. Mark doing his part, but also bringing attention to that humanitarian crisis.
And he makes the first.
And look at Mark's brother Powell. I mean, the top 3 pick. Mark went in the 2nd round. But if Mark stays healthy, the career comparisons will get really interesting.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for Louisville. And so Marc Gasol nails both of them.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Louisville trails by 12. Here's Rondo. Sweet little floater. Rondo's got 9.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Ball with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. Ball no good. And for Louisville, they're shooting in the second half so far about 45%. Butler from outside. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here is House. Guarded by KD. Ball, the pass to Gasol. Now, here's Green. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Green's got 7 now in this quarter.
They're going to have to come up with a better matchup. This guy just too much speed.
Outside Butler. Here's the floater. Outside for Durant. Butler on the wing. Guarded by Green. 18 feet out. Count that one. 14 points for Butler.
Oh, we've seen this countless times from Butler. I mean, he just finds a way to get the space he needs to capitalize.
Gasol against Porzingis. And Gasol gets it to go. 13 points in the game. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Louisville. A 12-point game. Outside Butler. Passes it to Durant. Back to Butler. This one for 3. That doesn't go either for Butler. Green deciding where to go with it. For the 3. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
And always good to see Rondo being active defensively. More than...
And so it's the home team. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for Louisville, Zeller is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Jimmy Butler. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's KD in at the 3, the small forward. Rondo dishes to KD. And again, it's Louisville converting.
Durant makes it look so easy with how he can score. He never seems to force anything.
Outside Gasol. He kicks to Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Floats it up for Williams. And the slam by Williams.
You can make the case. This is Ball's best skill. A phenomenal passer in the pick and roll.
Rondo finds KD. Releases. The offensive rebound. Zeller. The layup off target.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D. Avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Rondo can't get it to go.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
The kick outside to Butler. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Wiggins. Shoots over Tucker. And it's Wiggins missing. Louisville trails by 17. Down low. Here's Butler. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 6th assist on the night. Gone 3 of 4 on field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldrich.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Mike D'Antoni talk to his team. He told them this is a game of runs. It's a game of momentum. We may have the lead now, but I'm telling you guys, it can evaporate in a hurry. Let's close this thing out. Kevin?
Porzingis kicks to Rondo. Zeller passes to Durant. 6 to shoot. A three-pointer, no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Inside, here's Cauley Stein. And another shot. Nice D from Porzingis. Louisville trails by 15. To the paint. Westbrook with the block. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage. And you look at Lonzo Ball, certainly high expectations for this young man. One and done at UCLA. How about 2nd overall pick? That's brought some undue pressure.
Where you talk about the hype for Lonzo Ball and the pressure, do you think that creates an additional challenge for a young player?
Yeah, he scuffles at times, but I think the future remains very bright for that young man.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. No good on the triple.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And Durant gets double teamed. And a wide open look for Zeller. That's good, and it's KD with the assist.
Well, in college, Zeller showed great ability to face up and knock down mid-range jumpers. He's just now doing it more consistently in the pros.
Ball kicks to Ibaka. Now the pass to Westbrook. And the rebound goes to Louisville. Zeller's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Here's Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Mr. Everything. Durant can score it, pass it, do what you want to do. He can defend at a high level. So fun watching him play.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. And the rebound goes to Louisville. Butler in the corner. Zeller trying to free himself up. Kept alive. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
Well, you can't blame the defender. He was trying to be aggressive. But Zeller with just too much size and athleticism.
He's off on the first. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Ball. So he comes up empty at the line.
And one thing that gives these scouts confidence in Zeller's ability to expand his shooting range is the fact that he's been a solid free throw shooter ever since he's entered this league.
Butler against Doncic. Right block shot. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Out of bounds as Louisville keeps possession. Rondo is doubled. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so it's Louisville with it. Porzingis passes to Rondo. 6 on the shot clock. Zeller dishes to KD. Goes up from the top of the key. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. And it goes down 2 points. 18 points for Luka Doncic.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Timeout called, Louisville.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Doncic against Butler. And they double up Butler. Here's KD. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists now in this one.
I mean, when Durant gets a pick, he's dangerous. I mean, 7 foot tall. Who can handle it? How do you guard?
Double team on Westbrook. Pass to Wiggins. Shot clock at 6. Yes, it is. Score that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Gone only 6 of 14 to the field in the fourth. Doncic passes to Wiggins. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Well, this is one of the areas of the court where Zeller gets most of his offense. Either converting inside, going to the line, or both.
And that one falls for Zeller. And so Zeller nails both of them. Here's Westbrook. Feeds it to Ibaka. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Cody Zeller.
So difficult to defend Ibaka inside the length, the improved strength, and he's one of those bigs who doesn't mind going to the line.
And Greg, last season, the best scoring average of Serge Ibaka's career.
Even with a down year as far as his three-point shooting, Ibaka's still very efficient, getting more of his offense around the rim, playing some at the 5.
Shots good by Butler.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Here's Westbrook. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And with the game he's having, there's no doubt he'll be the guy they lean on to protect the lead.
Free throw good, Westbrook. And here's Rondo. Passes it to Porzingis. Louisville passing it around. Here's Zeller. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
That's what they want to see from him, attacking, getting whistles, and maybe causing some foul trouble.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Here's Westbrook. a 17-footer. No good that time. Now Louisville takes it the other way. Here's Durant, and KD throws it down.
I mean, stretch, Armstrong. Durant doesn't even need to jump, it seems, to throw it down. His athleticism, his height, his length is just unreal.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. Misses the jumper. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Louisville. Down by 12. Rondo against Westbrook. Outside Butler. Lets it go with a three. Cauley Stein grabs the board. And about 40% here in the fourth quarter. Doncic passes to Wiggins. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but true contact, he'll head to the line.
Oh, stops the dunk there. The best outcome in a bad situation.
No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. Louisville trails by 13. Now here's Rondo. Butler on the way. Guarded by Doncic. Outside, KD. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Hitting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Shot from the low block. And the jumper is good. Doncic has got 10 points in just the second half.
And he's such a polished shooter. You can't give Doncic these kinds of opportunities or he's going to burn you.
Rondo passes to Zeller. He dishes it to Durant. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley Stein. Here's Rondo. Great D that time from Westbrook. Confident play we're seeing out of him.
Yeah, and the scoreboard tells the story.
Three-pointer on the way. Some solid defense from Butler.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
Here's Rondo. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Rondo.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Doncic against Butler. Now, here's Doncic. D right on him. It's tipped.
Registering one of the highest verticals at the NBA Combine, Zeller can send your shot back. Sensational.
Westbrook against Rondo. Over Westbrook. Trails the baseline jumper. And 11 points for Rajon Rondo.
Yeah, and Rondo can sneak up on you with the shooting. A guy who can score but tends to only take high percentage shots.
Doncic passes to Ibaka. Porzingis with the block. Here's Durant. They get it back. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
Capable of being a defensive anchor. Keeper Cauley Stein is positioning himself to swat shots.
You know, the rest of the D can be stretched a little thin when the double team's in place like that.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And that one's good. Westbrook.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
That's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
Durant against Wiggins. And Durant, here we go. Count that one. KD's got 38 points.
And Durant covers so much ground when he puts it on the floor. You just can't keep him from going where he wants.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Westbrook, no good. And so it's Louisville with it. Here's Butler. Outside for Durant. From past the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. 41 points for Kevin Durant.
When Durant is looking to score off the catch like that, there isn't a lot you can do as a defender.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. It was up for grabs right until the final second.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look backward tonight?
I'm feeling great.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. On Wednesday, D.A. Jacobs. Well, no doubt, David, he is one of the best. Thank you. Now the starting group for the visitors. Clark is out there with Harrison Barnes. Then it's Curry. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Gobert in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Vancouver, they've got Ricky Rubio. Parker out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Vucevic. And it's Harden in at the shooting guard. A lot of trade rumors beginning to swirl now, Brent. Several teams out there trying to add talent. And sometimes it comes at the expense of team chemistry.
It can, and I think teams who are very, very aware of their potential to be into the playoffs are careful to tinker with that. If they know they're going to have an opportunity to play in the postseason, the additions that they have to make, Kevin, they have to understand that that player coming in is great for us, but how is it that that player comes in? Who does it affect in our locker room?
Or they make a trade or don't make a trade because they're worried about team chemistry. How would it be?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But again, I'll go back to an addition sometimes into a locker room with just that talent may affect the talent you already have. And if you're really cognizant of that fact, sometimes not making the deal is the best deal to make.
Hardaway, no good. For Vancouver, they've gone 0-3 from the field to start the game. Parker kicks to Rubio. Fires the three. Barnes grabs the miss.
Kev, I know it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
Simmons with it. Ready now by Barnes. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
The 2018 Rookie of the Year. Simmons' NBA career got off to a great start, and he's only continued to improve. And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can at times be unstoppable.
That's good from Simmons. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
Curry against Rubio. Here's the three. Offensive rebound. Gobert. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players and switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
First one falls for him. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic, an offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
Here's Curry after the made shot from Ricky Rubio. Gobert dishes to Curry. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Like to see it when Steph has the confidence to try the floater just over the top of the defense and that soft touch, and it goes.
And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves. Terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
In the corner, Harden over Hardaway. Second chance effort. Gobert with the block. Passes it to Clark. Outside Curry. Barnes looking around. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Attacking is one thing, Kevin, but body control another, and Harrison Barnes showing you that on that play.
It'll be Vancouver with their first time out of the game here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat, Greg. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass this season ago. Fourth, Rudy Gobert.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers, really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Hardaway against Harden. And there it is for him.
Hey, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Here's Curry. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Simmons passes to Vucevic. Parker with it. He had 13 points in the win against Detroit.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Now here's Curry after the miss from Vucevic. From deep three-point range, Curry can't get it to go.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance.
There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. Wow, he was up there, Kevin.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Now here's Curry. He had 40 points in the win against Simmons against Barnes. 16 feet away. No good on that one. Simmons with the defensive effort. Rubio against Curry. Shoots after trying to free himself up, and the basket by Rubio. Gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Outside Hardaway. Back to Curry. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Rubio. Dishes it to Parker. Banked in off the glass.
Sometimes you got to just be in position, and that time Jabari was deep enough and pretty much game over for the D.
Curry fires from way outside. He can't get it to go. So Vancouver will take it the other way.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
He gets it in there. 6 points for Ricky Rubio.
And it's all about the release when you shoot. The flow. And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
So a moment now to see the story on James Harden. Last season, he played outstanding. He averaged 36 points a game, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Now here's Curry, poked loose, tries to save it, and out of bounds as Vancouver gains possession.
Yeah, and checking out some stats here for Ben Simmons. Great showing for him last season. 6th in assists, 15th in field goal percentage. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists, just does a great job of getting everyone involved. Now, here's Rubio. 11-point game his last outing. Vucevic with it. Now defended by Gobert. Rubio finds Vucevic. 5 on the clock. Simmons inside the line. Gobert with the defensive effort, hitting 40% here in the early stages. Here's Hardaway. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Jabari Parker.
It feels like he can take on anyone on the inside. Hardaway Jr. loved the aggressive attitude there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first one falls.
A fearless shooter and a remarkable dunker. Tim Hardaway Jr. is such a valuable rotation guy that you just want to have consistent effort from. And I think he's reaching that level now.
Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Parker. Vancouver leading by 3. Rubio the pass to Vucevic. He kicks it to Carmelo. Shot clock reset for Vancouver. It's good.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Curry. And it's Hardaway atop the key. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Harden. The teardrop falls in. Harden's got 6 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Curry. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
Well, it's amazing that Steph can shoot where he shoots from, and the ball still looks like it's a soft finish around the rim.
Now here's Simmons, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Pass to Harden, takes the three. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 6th rebound here tonight. Clark, the pass to Curry. Kicks to Barnes. Now here's Hardaway. Barnes outside. Over Anthony. Barnes can't get it to go.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And when Simmons is inside, forget about it. He uses his skill and smarts to take advantage.
And here's a timeout from Greg Popovich. Seems like nearly everyone, Brent, can shoot the three. Records being broken every year. How long do you think this age of shooting is going to last?
The tipping point, I'm not sure where that is, but the fact that the Houston Rockets in the past 2 seasons have done what it is that they've done, shooting more threes than twos for 2 consecutive seasons, is just a mind-boggling thing to me, Kevin. I think.
But where has it gotten?
Well, I think that we're kind of at
the tipping
maximum.
point.
I think we are at the tipping point. I don't know how much more you can do, but the teams that are seeing those other teams having success with it are trying to emulate it without the talent that you have. So the next few years are going to be interesting to see how it is or where it is that a transformative player maybe brings the game back towards inside the three-point line, or what strategies change to create even more three-point shots.
Here's what Vancouver's going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Vucevic. Oubre comes in for Simmons. J.J. Redick's checked in for James Harden. And it's Jackson in for Ricky Rubio. Now, here's Redick. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Detroit. Pass to Anthony. With the fadeaway. Tries again, and it's Zubac laying it in.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Curry kicks to Howard. Now here's Morant, covered by Redick. Here's Howard, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. And here's Jackson. 9 points, last game out. And it's sent back by Howard.
Well, Dwight Howard still makes you think about your shot attempts, easily leaping up to throw that one away.
Here's Bridges. He's still scoreless so far in this one. The pass to Morant. The dish to Baines. Now here's Morant. Guarded closely. From downtown, Oubre pulls it in. Vancouver leading by 7. Anthony dishes to Jackson. Redick against Curry. Outside, Redick, three-pointer, cans it from downtown. And Vancouver leads by 10.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And for Steph Curry, certainly one of the best to ever play. Iguodala said last season, Brent, that he's already the second best point guard to ever play in pro basketball.
Well, high praise from Andre Iguodala, and why wouldn't you talk about Steph that way? You tally up MVPs and titles and his impact on the game and what he's done to change the way the game is played. The case for Steph Curry to be the top point guard ever is getting stronger and stronger every season. The guy that he's going to have to knock off the top of that shelf, I think, for most everybody who's been basketball fans for a long time, is one Magic Johnson.
Jackson misses.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Morant passes to Howard. Over Redick. Can't get it to go. He's taken two and missed two. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for Vancouver. 7-point differential. Here's Zubac. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
Here's Morant. Softly drops in the floater. Morant's got his second basket of the night.
The delicate touch on display there. Gotta love when Morant lets that floater fly off his fingertips. Beautiful.
Now, here's Zubac. Pass to Jackson. But they recover it. Zubac, the pass to Redick. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Redick's got 5.
Already, they've piled up 8 second chance points.
Curry deciding where to go with it. With some arc, and the rejection by Zubac. Here's Anthony, and there's Vancouver with another bucket.
You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball.
It's Curry outside. It doesn't go for him. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. It's Vancouver up 11. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Steph Curry talks about the visual drills he does to help his playmaking in the NBA.
It's a cognitive and neurological drill that helps you, one, takes your mind off the basketball. Because when you're in a game, that should be the last thing you're thinking about. There's so many other variables out there that you have to kind of survey, you know, where your defender is, where your teammates are, where you are in relation to the basket and your reaction. So it was like...
The improvement he's made, Greg, in his ball handling has really unlocked his game.
I mean, able to keep his head up as he attacks off the dribble, read the defense, and drills like that can only help.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And when you consider how Vancouver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Keep plays alive with your activity. That's what it's about.
Aaron Baines out there with Howard. Then it's Curry. Then it's Morant. And it's Knox in at the 3.
I don't know what you do with Steph in the pick and roll.
Dwight Howard pulls it in.
Been a struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, they can just chalk this up as one of those nights. Yeah, he couldn't connect on anything from outside in the first quarter, but now he's hit 2 threes in the second quarter, and he looks much better.
And here's Jackson after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Right side Jackson. Anthony trying to get open. Jackson misses. Gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Morant passes to Baines. Over Anthony, and the shot is good. The Vancouver lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Baines.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Now here's Anthony. He had 16 points in the win against Detroit. And the wide open shot from Redick. And again, it's Vancouver missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Knox, and he uses the glass on the layup. Knox has got 4 points in the quarter.
Sometimes you just wonder, how did Morant see that guy? The vision is special.
Howard against Anthony. Yep, it counts.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Morant. Curry gets the assist.
Timeout.
Curry's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Now a timeout called by Vancouver. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
So Vancouver ends up going with a new group. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Vancouver. They've led by as many as 11 points.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
And they don't want a repeat of what happened last year here. They know this is an opponent they can handle, and they don't want to give away anything like they did last year.
Here's Morant after Ben Simmons' bucket. Gobert down low. Vucevic on him, and the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Rubio outside. Got a piece of it.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan. More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Now here is Hardaway. Now Morant fires from 14, trained for 2 points. Morant's got 8 points.
Because he's so shifty and controls the pace, Morant can kill you in that mid-range area.
Gobert with the block. Pass to Hardaway. There's the pass to Clark. Back to Hardaway. Vucevic with the block. They recover. And while we can, let's have a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who have been the most efficient scorers in the NBA this month. Take a look at Clark, a great player, 2nd in the league. And, of course, Ben Simmons. He also shoots the ball so well, one of the best.
Both of these guys have been shooting with tremendous efficiency as the month has gone on. I don't know who's going to outdo who.
With social media, extended TV coverage, lots of distractions for these players, Brent. But some do a terrific job of blocking all that out and keeping their focus.
I think the roles and responsibilities of teams is changing around exactly what you're talking about, Kevin. You have to have people within your organization to help these players understand where it is that they have to focus most, and that is your job on the floor. And so really good organizations are educating the players on that. They're not just relying on the agents or outside sources. Teams are trying to get in there and impact guys at a young age to make sure that, as you said, that noise is not part of their beginning part of their career.
Can't make it a distraction. Now a timeout called by Vancouver. It's never too early to start looking at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. There's no doubt it'll be a terrific showdown of some of the game's best athletes.
And it seems like each year the bar keeps getting set higher. I mean, more props, crazier concepts to the competition, the level of dunks. I think this is going to be a good one.
Look at Simmons, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
Parker kicks to Simmons. Vancouver needs to get off a shot here. Parker trying to free himself up, and it's Vucevic missing. At 50% in a decent cruise. Now here's Morant, guarded by Simmons. Morant with it. A 14-point game for him in the win again.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully, and that one seriously put on a passing clinic.
Rubio, the pass to Simmons. Vancouver working the ball around now. Harden inside the three-point line. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Here's Morant. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. 14 points for John Morant.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, and he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Now, here is Harden. 8 points for him. Let's go. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And Tim Hardaway Jr. is just a tremendous athlete. He spots a great route to the rim and doesn't settle.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Passes it to Morant. Pulls up from the corner, and he hits the jump shot. Morant's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Rubio, the pass to Vucevic. To halt the run. No good. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Now here is Hardaway. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. And that one drops for him. Vucevic has got his second basket.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Clark. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
They get it again, and it's blocked.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
Grant, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And that's going to be a foul on Vancouver.
And going up strong inside demonstrates confidence. Morant, not afraid to get physical.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. That's good from Morant.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
Jackson, he's checked in for Vancouver. He's perfect from the line this time. And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score, and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Vancouver trails by 14. Now here's Simmons. He's got 8. Curry with the steal. Here's Morant. Here's Gobert. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
So far in the game, he's gone 2 for 4 from the free throw line.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
Here's what Vancouver's going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Vucevic. Anthony comes in for Jabari Parker. Oubre is checked in for Simmons. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for James Harden.
And they've had their difficulties from the line here in the second. Could extend their lead if they just make some more free throws.
Now here's Jackson. Looking to end the run. And it's sent back by Howard. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Gobert. Clock at 6. From the inbound, Anthony's shot is off.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Bridges' shot, good.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Here's Jackson. Miles Bridges picking up that last basket. Vancouver working the ball around now. The drive by Anthony. Curry with the defensive effort.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Jackson misses.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
But they'll get another chance. Here's Howard, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Free throw no good for Howard.
And Howard knows exactly what he's out there to do: defend, rebound the ball, and be aggressive in the paint.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line. And whether or not he's making shots, you have to love what Kelly Oubre brings on defense.
Yeah, the versatility on the defensive end, maybe to a point, Kevin, where he can guard the 1 through 4 position, has this coaching staff excited.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw, good, Oubre.
Oubre, the more he plays and gets into a rhythm, you start to see some of that confidence. That's going to help out the team.
Now here's Morant. 18 points for him. Outside Curry. From the arc. Vancouver pulls it in. Outside Redick. The three. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 8 rebounds in this game.
Yeah, and that one way back in the first quarter is the three-pointer that has been his only one of the night.
And Howard with the stuff.
That's the way to put your vertical to good use. Dwight Howard on the jam.
There's 31 seconds left here in the second. Outside Jackson. Here's Anthony, buried from 15 feet out. Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
There's the three. And the last shot before the buzzer is off.
Subtle thing there, Kevin, but Howard terrific at getting his hand up on that shot. Just a quick challenge, and he puts forth the effort there to contest.
And so it's the visiting team with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Steph, you guys put your foot on the gas in the second quarter. What was the difference?
Push the tempo. We got a lot of stops early. Long rebounds and able to get out transition. Being focused, easy baskets, and we just executed kind of flawlessly that quarter.
Great, Steph. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Oh, checking out the visiting team. Kenny, what do you think?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
They were not running an efficient offense. The shot selection has to improve. It's as simple as that. Too many guys working as individuals, not as a team. They need to work as a unit, Ernie. Move the ball.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Guys, John Morant has been sensational.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Vancouver, who they've got? They've got Harden. Ben Simmons is out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Vucevic, and it's Rubio in at the one.
And that's what Simmons does. His vision and accuracy make him a premier presence on the floor.
Curry gets the bucket.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Rubio, the pass to Vucevic. Parker outside. Pass to Rubio. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Rubio's got 10 points in the game. Rubio's gone 5 of 10 from the floor. And here is Hardaway. He has 6. Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 18 rebounds. Here's Rubio. He's got 10. Harden can't hit.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Clark finds Curry. Pass to Hardaway. Here's Clark, guarded by Harden. Here's Barnes. That one rolling around and rims out.
He wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
And how about the slashing ability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive mentality? They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Simmons. And the pass to Harden. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. And 11 points for James Harden.
And defensively, you got to respect Harden's ability to drive. That just makes him exponentially more difficult to guard out at the line.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now, here is Harden. 11 points in the game. Here's Vucevic. Gobert with the block. On the wing, Barnes. Guarded by Harden. Barnes can't get it to go.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Passes to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
A hard worker who really ferociously strives to improve. Simmons tonight has been unstoppable at the offensive end.
Now here's Gobert. He's got 10. Outside Hardaway. No good. Shot missing. So Vancouver will take it the other way. Here's Parker. And Curry pulls it down. Gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Barnes outside. Pass to Hardaway. Outside Curry. On the wing, Barnes. And Gobert kicks to Hardaway. From deep. They grab their own miss. Clark finds Gobert. Lays it up off the glass. Gobert's got 4 points this quarter.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Now a timeout call by Vancouver.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Knox, he's checked in for Clark. Now, here is Harden. 11 points in the game. The shot, no good.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Hardaway against Harden. From the wing. That doesn't go either for Hardaway.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
No good from Simmons.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there. And that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And again, it's Vancouver missing.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Rubio. Vancouver making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Now here's Morant. He's guarded closely. And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for Vancouver. Outside, Simmons. Here's Vucevic, looking to get back on track here. And then Vucevic slams it in.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Vancouver making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. How often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never, the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean,
Yeah.
you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle, you're going to react to it like, oh, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side up. I know you saw it. Everybody does.
That sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I try to avoid that, Kevin.
Did you? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't think that's healthy for you and your reputation.
And Harden gets it to go in on the assist from Jackson. 16 points for James Harden.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Pass to Curry. Now Bridges. Back to Curry. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. Vancouver pulls it in.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
Curry against Jackson. He kicks it to Vucevic. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now here's Curry. He's got 23. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Harden outside. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Being 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Bridges against Harden. Bridges shot. Good. Bridges has got his second bucket of the night.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
Bridges against Anthony. And he banks in the layup. Anthony's got 8 points.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Here's Morant. The teardrop falls in.
Fantastic instincts there by Morant, sizing up the D and then just taking what he sees.
Here's Harden, and it's sent back by Howard. Oh, and here we go. Knox has got it, the fast break chance. Kicks it to Curry. Puts up a three. A three-pointer is right on target. Curry's got 26 points.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Vucevic with it. He's got 10. And so it looks like Vancouver will retain possession here. And Vancouver with some changes. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Simmons. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for James Harden. Six to shoot. Elbow shot is on the way. Shot's good by Anthony. Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
Carmelo Anthony operating in the mid-range is just danger zone. You got to put your defense at DEFCON 1.
Here's Curry with the three. Another shot. And Howard finishes it off. 6 points for him.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Jackson passes to Redick. Tries from 16. Bridges with the board. Doing it well here in the third, about 50%. Feeds it to Morant. And the basket is good. He's got 24.
Proving how dominant he can be. When Morant is shooting with confidence, it really allows him to take over.
Now here's Jackson. Trying to break that ice cold streak. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
That free throw missing.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Zubac is checked in for Vucevic. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. And certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Here's Morant. Got it. Good job in the low post. Morant's got 8 points in the quarter.
How about the handles from the young fella? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
Redick surveying the D. The pass to Zubac. Excellent D from Howard. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Bridges. Floats one up, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. "15 seconds left in the third quarter. To the middle, here's Bridges. It's good. Bridges has got 6.
Adept at maintaining his balance on the way up. Bridges, a strong player who can play through contact.
From deep three-point range, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the visiting team in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Right back after this break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Steph Curry's out there with Morant. Then it's Bridges. Then it's Aaron Baines. And it's Clark in at the 4 spot. And he knocks down the first one. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James, whose $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought about Jordan, too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximum on what it is that players can earn.
That free throw, no good.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Jabari Parker's checked in for Vancouver. He hits the second from the line. And here's Morant. He dishes it to Clark. And that one drops.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
And he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And the dunk by Parker.
And he's got a wide reach, so Parker's stretching out that time and grabbing it and throwing it down.
Passes it to Barnes. Not many players now signing shorter contracts in free agency. You've talked about this a lot. Does it make it harder or easier for the super teams?
Well, I think it makes it easier because all of a sudden a star player from another team becomes available that you could latch him on to somewhere else.
Any examples you could throw out there?
I don't want to get into the specifics.
Okay, I understand.
I think we've seen it over the past 3 or 4 years with some of our star guys. And
yes.
I don't fault them because they're getting smarter. Players are a lot smarter about what it is that they can do with having the very few times, Kevin, that you have a say in your career as to where it is that you're going to play. And more importantly, the potential for what it is that financially you can make.
And playing for a championship.
For a championship, for potentially the opportunity to play with somebody who you've always thought you could either elevate their play or they could elevate yours. This is not going away anytime soon.
4 on the clock. Parker kicks to Oubre. Redick from deep three-point land. It's Clark with the rebound.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's now 11 points for Tim Hardaway.
I feel like Tim Hardaway Jr.'s role is to be out there and gun away, so ready to shoot that time.
Zubac finds Parker. Off with the layup. Gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now here's Jackson. Shoots over Morant. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Jackson comes over with the double. Baines, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
High-level passer. Even for a point guard, Morant shows the imagination.
Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Hardaway with a wide-open look, and the 3 ball is good. Hardaway has got 11 in the second half. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Vancouver. Barnes against Oubre. Redick with the 3, hangs on the trifecta.
And in that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
Hardaway for 3, traps in the tray. Hardaway has got 20 points.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
Now, here's Oubre. 5 to shoot. Pass to Jackson. From outside the arc, it's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give them some space, let them get to work.
Here's Jackson. Tim Hardaway making his last shot. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. And he finishes nicely on the layup. 28 points for him.
What's amazing about Morant, he racks up steals even though he doesn't naturally gamble a lot.
Parker outside. Brent, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win for the
I'd like
NBA.
to see more, actually.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
Now, here's Oubre. To the inside. Here's Redick. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Redick's got 5 points now this quarter. Clark, the pass to Baines. Here's Morant. And it's blocked. Oubre outside. It's Clark with the rebound. It has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Barnes against Parker. Morant kicks to Clark. Pass to Baines. Down low. Here's Morant. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Kelly Oubre.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletic.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
Here's what Vancouver's going with right now. Wilson, he's checked in for Jabari Parker. Sterling Brown comes in for Oubre. Antetokounmpo's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And that one is good from Zubats.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Now here's Morant, covered by Rubio. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about, Kevin, when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line.
Can you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly. To the paint. Shots good by Wilson.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
It's been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Here is Forbes. Antetokounmpo defending. Now the pass to Knox. No one near him.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Morant to the middle. And Forbes kicks to Morant. Rubio comes with the double team. Here's Knox. Good on the triple.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Antetokounmpo passes to Zubac. And when it comes to choosing, Brent, the MVP, the Coach of the Year, the Rookie of the Year, all these different great awards, do you like the current voting structure for these big awards right now?
I don't mind the current voting structure. I don't know how you get away from what it is that, in terms of handing people ballots to figure out who it is that they think have earned those awards throughout the year, Kevin. What I don't like about the structure is that you have media members who are voting on things that have huge financial ramifications for organizations. And when that stuff happens with a player who's going to earn a supermax contract because he made an all-NBA team, what you're going to start doing is restricting smaller market teams from being able to afford the ability to keep their star player with the team. And so that needs to be fixed and fix the media.
I do not like the media. Wait a minute.
Wait.
I am the media.
You are the media, Kevin.
Strike that. Let's rewind.
Can we delete that?
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Miles Bridges, he's checked in for Morant. .151 left in the fourth quarter. Knox, the pass to Bridges. Here is Forbes. Shot clock at 6. Lets the 3 fly. Drills it from outside.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Now, here's Rubio. Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. Here's Knox. Misses from close range.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Hey, walk Bellinelli, walk Bellinelli.
There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Kevin Knox was a bit of a mixed bag in his rookie season, and that's to be expected on a team that didn't have a tremendous amount of consistent talent on the floor. He struggled with his scoring and showed some flashes shooting the ball. It'll be interesting in year 2 where it is that Kevin Knox has made some improvements in the offseason.
Oh, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And Kevin Knox's father played professional football when Kevin was growing up. That may be where he gets some of his toughness from.
Vucevic checked in for Vancouver. He hits both from the stripe. Here's Vancouver with the ball. Antetokounmpo passes to Vucevic. Dishes to Rubio. Brown outside. Off target from three-point range.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming, Kevin.
Now here's Bellinelli. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Pass to Vucevic. Rubio outside. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan.
NBA 2K TV. He's known as a top sports analyst who's also...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Up next, for Vancouver, a strong start. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. DA, it's all yours.
Well, almost all of the Greek Freak's points come in the paint. Giannis said, I can already do a lot of damage, basically without a jump shot. Just driving, making plays, and free throws. When that jump shot comes, it's going to be a problem for a lot of players in this league. Kevin?
You're right, DA. It'll be scary. Thanks. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at Vancouver, they've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And you know, for Boston, they've started this year as well as they could have hoped. Playing great basketball, probably exceeding preseason expectations.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. They've got Iguodala. Whiteside is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Rose in at the 2. And for Vancouver, Bledsoe is out there with Donovan Mitchell. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Markkanen. And it's Cantor in at the center, filling out the middle. Boston shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with. And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the last few seasons with Giannis is incredible. I mean, he just keeps adding to an already superstar-level game.
Inside, here's Rose. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala.
Well, that's about effort, carving space for the interior look. And one attribute we'll always talk about with Rose is the heart that he plays with.
Now, here's Cantor. It's all about Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Markkanen against Antetokounmpo. Kicks it out to Mitchell. 5 on the clock. Puts it up from 12. Some solid defense from Rose. And you know, Greg, this last season, Giannis improving on his rebounding and his passing.
Career highs for him in both of those areas. If he ever adds a deep shot, I'm not sure how you guard him at that point.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo following the miss by Donovan Mitchell. Good on the shot.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now, here's Bledsoe. 17 points in his last outing. Leonard with the bucket.
One thing that stands out over the course of Leonard's career is how efficient and effective he has been on the offensive end.
Here's Beverley. 4-point game. Antetokounmpo finds Rose. Antetokounmpo looking it over. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Enes Kanter. And looking at the numbers for Whiteside the last few years, Greg, it seems like his production has come back down a bit.
And for a minute, Whiteside looked like he could be a dominant center, but he struggled since his great 2017 season. Shot selection has been hurting, and sometimes it feels like he is in his own way as a player.
And both free throws good from Whiteside. About this time of the year, we hear early talk about end-of-the-season awards. When you're thinking about who you'd vote for MVP or whatever, Doris, when do you start giving consideration to those topics?
You know what's fascinating, Kevin, is where all the major awards are considered, particularly the MVP, it feels like there's a narrative that develops back when the season starts. The key as a voter, I think, is to sort of eliminate the noise, look at the numbers, consider the success of teams, and make your decision from there. You've got to make sure you're really doing your research.
And sometimes, am I right, it comes down to the final couple final days of the regular season before a voter like yourself knows for sure.
Kev, I have cast my MVP ballot on the last possible day in each of the last 3 years.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now here's Bledsoe. Outside Leonard shoots the three, and it's Leonard again missing.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Beverly dishes to Giannis. Stolen by Mitchell. Outside for Bledsoe. Oh, Leonard in position. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Beverly, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Poked away. Here's Markkanen. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. The pass to Cantor. Mitchell outside. 6 on the shot clock. To end the drought. Doesn't go that time. Some solid defense from Rose. Here's Bledsoe, and Bledsoe with the stuff.
That's one of the things about Bledsoe. That lightning-quick first step makes him almost impossible to stay in front of.
Mitchell against Iguodala. Here's Whiteside. Second chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Whiteside's got 6 points.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
It'll be Vancouver with their first timeout of the game here.
What a duel that was. Exciting all the way to the end. Really a shame someone had to walk away with an L.
I'll tell you, overtime games usually are special, and this one qualified for that. But both teams absolutely gassed at the end.
Now here's Bledsoe. Mitchell outside. Cantor kicks to Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. Vancouver needs to get off a shot here. Just his first attempt. Rebound Boston. They're getting their first look of the season at Vancouver in this one.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. Two teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
And the fact that they split their 2 meetings last season. Does one try to get a leg up?
And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for Boston. He kicks to Iguodala. Over in the corner, Beverly. Giannis outside. Knocks down the 3 ball. He's got 9.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Vancouver trails by 11. Markkanen passes to Mitchell. Now, here's Cantor. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Leonard, that's for 2. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Now Beverly. 8 points his last outing. It's Iguodala with the drive. Great D that time from Leonard. Pass to Bledsoe. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. They get Hassan Whiteside.
Dangerous. That's the word that comes to mind when thinking about Bledsoe's offensive game. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Vancouver shooting their first free throws of the game.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
The free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe. Doris, if you were going to build a team around one player, who would that player be?
Well, I think because of his age and continued growth opportunity, I would probably say Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's playing at an MVP level. He's still got another decade where he's probably in the peak range of his playing capabilities. And the reality is Giannis still has so much growing to do. He's a force at the rim. He continues to build that three-point game. And Kev, once he gets that in-between game, he will be unguardable.
Can't argue with that at all. And out of bounds as Vancouver gains possession. The 2K leaderboard is on the screen now to reveal the dominant scores in the NBA over the last month. Second, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and of course, Kawhi Leonard.
What a threat both of these guys have proven to be, especially over this stretch. Scoring machines.
Now here's Plumlee. Here's Nunn. Outside Leonard. A three ball. It's rebounded by Robertson.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Pass to Giannis. Shoots a fader. Busted. No good that time either.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Here's Nunn, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
A brief check now of the stats for Bledsoe. He had a strong showing last season. Last season put up about 16 points a game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
First free throw is good. Clarkson, he's checked in for Rose. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Boston leading by 6. Robertson the pass to Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Outside Hood. He dishes it to Graham. Clock at 6. Back to Hood for 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, Rodney Hood is a guy who takes a good number of three-pointers. He's no doubt a floor spacer. The defense can't give him room.
Giannis kicks to Barton. The dish to Clarkson. Plumlee with the rebound. Vancouver trails by 5. Here's Graham. And again, it's Vancouver with a 3.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
For Boston, they've gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Clarkson with the ball. 11 points for him in that last game against Orlando. It's deflected. Hood deciding where to go with it. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Giannis passes to Clarkson. No good with the triple. And so Graham will bring it up for Vancouver. Trailing by 2. There's the lob to the hoop. Plumlee, no luck.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Here's Hood. After the basket by Boston. Drills the three-pointer. Hood's got 6.
Quick trigger from Rodney Hood. He takes no time getting the shot off after the catch.
Clarkson dishes to Giannis. And it's sent back by Plumlee. Hood with it. Out guarded by Barton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Vancouver shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That one drops. He ties it up. Doris, you played, you've coached, you've broadcast, you've done it all in this business. How did you like to be coached when you were a player at the very top of your game?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things were coaches who challenged me, those who would not allow me to accept the level I was currently at, those who wanted to push me and extend and expand my game. Listen, every player wants to be respected. Every player wants to feel valued. But the great ones to me, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durants, they want to be coached hard. They want you to push them to the greatest possible level they're capable of.
That's great insight. Here's Hood. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. And stolen by Robertson. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Tipped away. Here's Graham. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
And that one good from Clarkson. And Boston leads by 4.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Nunn passes to Hood. 51 seconds left in the first. Here's Grant. He's covered by Clarkson. Here's Nunn. And the shot is long. Boston leading by 4. On the wing, Robertson. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
So aggressive, fighting his way through contact. Andre Robertson determined to score it there.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Boston making a switch here. Heroes checked in. On the free throw, no good. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
Now here's Hood. 6 points for him. Over Robertson. Second shot opportunity. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Down low. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Boston. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the post. Well, there are a lot of letters that go into the spelling of Giannis Antetokounmpo's last name. He helped set the record straight of how you pronounce it.
In the real way, you gotta say with a D, so it's Antetokounmpo. But in the Greek way, you say with the N.
Seems easy enough, right?
I guess so. I think a lot of people are gonna stick with Giannis or the Greek freak.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Man, why wouldn't they, Greg? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And Vancouver, looking at who they've got. We've got Plumlee, and it's Graham in at the shooting guard. Both shots good from the stripe. And here's Clarkson. Passes it to Noel. Kicks it to Giannis. And again, it's Boston converting.
Wow, look at the way the big man, Noel, set up his guys, puts the pass in the perfect position, easy shot.
Nunn passes to Hood. Plumlee trying to break loose. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Hood.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Giannis. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Boston. For Boston, they have come up with 3 misses and 5 attempts so far at the line. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you chose?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
To the wing on the left. The pass to Graham. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Pascal. Over Giannis. Here's Plumlee. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
For Vancouver, they have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. Both teams deciding to change it up. And he's good on the second. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for Boston. They've led by as many as 11 points. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. And that's the final game of this 5-game road run for the team. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, the ball handling and body control for a guy that's Giannis's height, it's really impressive.
To the paint, here's Markkanen. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboards.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Pass to Mitchell. Here's Nunn. With the teardrop, Giannis with some nice D.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Now a timeout call by Vancouver.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Vancouver making a switch here. Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Offensive rebound. Mitchell kicks to Leonard. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Leonard's got 7 points.
And I like the way they're using the entire court here in the second quarter. The three-point percentage has gone through the roof.
Now, here's Beverly. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Right side, no good. Now, here's Mitchell. He's tightly guarded. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. And the double of Antetokounmpo. Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard. Bledsoe passes to Markkanen. Back to Bledsoe, and Whiteside sends it back, and he gets it back. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, that's the athleticism of Mr. Eric Bledsoe. You love to see him be aggressive on the glass.
Boston making a switch here. Rose is checked in. Boston leading by 10. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Giannis against Markkanen. Here's Hero. 9 points last game, and it's blocked.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis. Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Rose finds Antetokounmpo. Unable to get that one. Bledsoe with the defensive effort. Here's Leonard. Makes it off the glass. Leonard's got 9 points.
Well, speed, intelligence, touch. Kawhi Leonard has it all.
Rose dishes to Whiteside. Pass to Giannis. And good that time. Giannis has got 11 here in this quarter alone.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Bledsoe passes to Leonard. Over Iguodala. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Leonard. 11 points in the game.
Well, efficiency from the mid-range has always been a part of Kawhi Leonard's game.
Fade away. No good that time. So Vancouver will take it the other way. Here's Bledsoe. And the rejection by Iguodala. From 15 feet away, Vancouver pulls it in. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Mitchell.
Well, the defense so concerned about the dribble drive ability of Donovan Mitchell, but boy, you better contest as well.
Hero passes to Iguodala. He kicks to Giannis. Markkanen pulls it in.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. But boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And what a year last season for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was terrific across Greg all stat categories.
And he was rightfully in the MVP conversation very early on. He's still very young, and I see multiple MVP seasons in his future.
Rose got a hand on it. Now Bledsoe, he's got 12, and he makes good on the layup. Bledsoe's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Passes it to Giannis. That one's off, still out of sync. Vancouver shooting at a decent 44% clip here. 14 feet away, and again Eric Bledsoe. And it's a 3-point Vancouver lead.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston. And for a player that didn't come in with a lot of fanfare to the NBA, Markkanen is one of the top young players in the league.
Yeah, call him the marksman or the finisher. Call him Larry Bird if you like. Fantastic stretch 4 who showed he could be a focal point of an offense, can play with an edge as well, and is just scratching the surface of his potential.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Will Barton comes in for Andre Iguodala, and it's Robertson in for Hero. Barton finds Rose, stolen by Markkanen. Rose against Bledsoe, and the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, that's his 2nd foul. Does he take a more cautious approach here the rest of the half?
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's Boston now. Boston trails by 3. Rose kicks to Giannis. They need this, and it's good. 2 points. Antetokounmpo's got 30.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
And Boston with the rebound.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And let's see the stat sheet here on Enes Kanter. Good season for him last year. 14th in rebounding. And he was in the top 20 in field goal percentage. Able to create offense with tremendous efficiency.
And we talked about how strong he was on the boards, going hard at it at both ends last year, really helping out his team. Noel's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's off on the second.
Well, he might not be blocking 4 shots a game anymore, but Hassan Whiteside's still a factor in the paint defensively.
11 feet away, it's deflected.
The defense from Andre Robertson is nothing short of sensational.
Kicks to Rose. Robertson with it. Back to Rose. 6 to shoot. And there's the pass to Whiteside. Shoots over Graham, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Clarkson, he's checked in for Boston. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Vancouver. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. To the inside. Here's Kanter. And Whiteside sends it back.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The 3. The shot's good from Robertson. Robertson's got 5 points so far. And with Whiteside, his size and length set him apart from others defensively. Greg, even at the center position.
You just can't ignore the reach and coverage that Whiteside has when he's in the paint. Even though block numbers aren't what they once were, the amount of shots he changes is still very high.
Graham with the bucket.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Whiteside dishes to Clarkson. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the middle, here's Kanter. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists now in this one.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Back to Robertson. Barton, wide open, he fires. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Barton's got it all tied up now for Boston. Last game for Boston, they picked up the W against the Magic in Orlando.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
And he makes the first. And the Raptors went all in trading for Kawhi Leonard last season, Doris. Great talent surrounding him in Toronto, but this past summer, he decided to move on.
But, Kevin, a championship makes the gamble worthwhile if you were Toronto. For Kawhi, any team he plays on is going to have a chance to win. And now this young man, a champion, starts a new chapter.
Here's Clarkson. And Pascal pulls it down.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Stolen by Beverly. It's not going to go for him. It's been all about Eric Bledsoe for Vancouver. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Why you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hey, everybody. Good. Eric Bledsoe is having one of those nights. He had 16 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
Well, first and foremost, you got to take care of the basketball, and that means playing with poise.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Oh, his power is unbelievable. An intimidating force when he's at his best.
On the floor for Boston. Iguodala out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Whiteside, and it's Rose, and it's Beverly in at the point.
Well, just an easy hoop, all set up by the passing instincts of Eric Bledsoe.
Giannis outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. A few opportunities so far at the free throw line. He's made one, he's missed 2.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
The first free throw is good.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is. And it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And here is Mitchell. Leonard on the wing. Back to Mitchell. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Antetokounmpo running. Wants to get it to Rose, and does.
And how about the splendid floor vision from Antetokounmpo? A good decision maker, improves his passing each and every year.
Mitchell kicks to Cantor. Bledsoe looking around. Leonard against Antetokounmpo. 4 on the shot clock. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And he's known as the Claw, Kawhi Leonard Doris, with some of the biggest hands in the NBA.
Well, consider, Kevin, that hand is over 11 inches from thumb to pinky. That's 52% wider than the normal hand. Basically, his hands correspond to a person who would be almost 9 feet tall. Incredible.
And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for Boston. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Well, what a great look by Andre Iguodala. We know he's unselfish. If there's space for his guy, he's going to find him.
Bledsoe passes to Cantor. Outside Leonard. 3-pointer. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Markkanen. And here's what the schedule for Vancouver is looking like. On Thursday, they head out on the road to face the Suns in Phoenix. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert. Outside, Antetokounmpo, and they double up Giannis. Here's Whiteside.
Well, you have to like that Cantor gets active on the defensive end. This is the area of his game that he continues to work on.
And he makes that one. Mitchell's got 5.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Antetokounmpo against Markkanen, and Giannis gets it to go.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
The drive by Mitchell. Shoot from the right block. And the rejection by Giannis.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Whiteside finds Rose. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6 for the lead. They grab their own miss, and it's blocked. In transition, here comes Vancouver. Mitchell's shot is good.
Boy, how about the blinding speed in transition? Donovan Mitchell, ferocious, attacking in the open floor.
Right side against Cantor. Back to Rose. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Markkanen. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. For Vancouver, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Leonard dishes to Bledsoe. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's his third foul of the game. And Vancouver with some changes. Plumlee, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Rodney Hood subbed in for Kawhi Leonard. Heroes checked in for Boston. Rose against Mitchell. Pass to Hood. Shot clock at 5. Pulls up. No good off the back of the rim. Boston trailing. Here's Hero. For the lead. Vancouver pulls it in. Plumlee's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Hood, the pass to Mitchell. Pass to Bledsoe. Markkanen with it. Here's Mitchell. And again, it's Vancouver missing.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Giannis is double. A tray. Boston again missing. Bledsoe against Rose. Bledsoe passes to Markkanen. Dishes it to Hood. Vancouver working the ball around now. Mitchell against Beverly. Shoots. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, what a gifted scorer Donovan Mitchell is. This guy is going to have one heck of a career.
And Beverly kicks to Giannis. And they double up Antetokounmpo. Here's Rose. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 5 assists tonight. For Vancouver, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Beverly against Bledsoe. Beverly, the pass to Giannis.
And Beverly, not a volume playmaker, but he always makes smart decisions with the basketball.
Bledsoe kicks to Hood. He dishes it to Plumlee. Back to Hood. Passes it to Markkanen. And there's Vancouver with another bucket.
I really admire the presence of mind from Rodney Hood. He's terrific at realizing when one of his teammates is wide open.
Now a timeout called by Boston. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And so it looks like Vancouver will retain possession here. Vancouver making a switch here. Graham's checked in. He kicks it to Markkanen. The pass to Graham. Fires the 3. With the second effort, Markkanen good. Markkanen's got the lead up to 6 now for Vancouver.
And remember, at 7 feet tall, Markkanen is tough to keep off the board, solid at tracking down misses on that offensive glass.
And Vancouver with the possession here. Here's Nunn. Pass to Graham. Now, here's Cantor. Here's none. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Markkanen. Shoots over Clarkson, and there's Vancouver with another bucket.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
Back to Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Pass to none. Graham surveying the floor. Outside Hood. Shoots. And there's Vancouver with another bucket.
Rodney Hood as pure a shooter as it gets. His jump shot is straight money.
Martin passes to Whiteside. Now, here's Clarkson. Graham defending. No good there. Excellent D from Cantor. Vancouver leading by 6. Now Graham. Rebound Boston. Whiteside's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. And that one's good. Barton.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Graham with the ball. 8 points for him. And the foul on Will Barton. That is his first foul of the game. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Rodney Hood. Boston also with the sub. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Whiteside. Here's Graham. Vancouver working the ball around now. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. And Boston with the rebound.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
The pass to Markkanen. Shoots over Barton. And again, it's Vancouver missing.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down. When you watch Lowry, Markkanen play, it's easy to see how easy it is for him to put up points. Attacks from all spots on the floor and has a great touch on that shot, especially for a man his size.
Boston trailing for the tie, and the layup good by Beverly. Beverly's got 4 points in the quarter.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Graham with the ball. Giannis is there. Graham, the pass to Cantor. And the layup falls. And Vancouver leads by 2. And really, Greg, the only knock on Markkanen is that he can be too passive at times.
And I suspect that will fade as he grows more comfortable in the league. You have to remember how young he is and missed a good amount of time with injury during that second year. And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Graham kicks to Markkanen. Pass to Cantor. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. For Vancouver, they have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game. Boston making a switch here. Iguodala's checked in. A free throw off from Cantor.
And to me, guys, there's a level of physicality that Enes Kanter provides that's important to his team. He is unafraid of anyone, and that in and of itself is crucial.
Here's none. Defended by Beverly. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Graham. Over Iguodala. And again, it's Vancouver missing.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Back to Robertson. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
Yeah, that's a tough call there with the naked eye. Fortunately, the league's replay center able to slow it down, zoom in, and check all the angles.
And it looks like they got it right this time. No basket. The clock had expired while the ball was still in his hands.
And even if they don't show it, I know the refs are proud of themselves after a replay proves them right. They're like, see, we had it right all along. So, good call, fellas.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Three-tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. They've got Lauri Markkanen. He's out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Cantor in at the 5, roaming the paint. And here's Giannis from outside. Markkanen pulls it in. And Vancouver with the possession here. A 2-point game. Kicks it out to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
It's the size of Cantor that makes him a tough matchup, right? He is so good at finding space inside and forcing the defense to foul him.
That's good from Cantor. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Vancouver. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Boston trails by 3 to the paint. Here's Giannis, and the dunk by Giannis.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Cantor finds Leonard. Here's Nunn. Shoots over Barton. Nunn can't get it to fall.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Leonard on the wing. He's covered by Iguodala. Leonard the pass to Nunn. Mitchell outside. Pulls it from 20. That shot off. Barton with some nice D. He's all alone. And Barton throws it down.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, he sees the play developing, takes care of his responsibility. Just terrific job defensively.
Beverly, the pass to Iguodala. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Well, tremendous intimidation and shot blocking by Kawhi Leonard. How nice is that?
Vancouver making a switch here. Bledsoe's checked in, and then for Boston. Whiteside's checked in for Barton. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Just 4 to shoot. From deep. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Iguodala with the steal. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Boston, no good that time either. Leonard inside, defended by Robertson.
You know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Now a timeout call by Vancouver.
And momentum going the other way. Can they find some answers?
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He knows they struggled at the free throw line, but he actually looked at the positive. He said, if we continue to get to the foul line, good things are going to happen. But we have to keep getting there. Maybe that'll take the heat off them a little.
Thank you, David. Boston leading by 3. Rose passes to Iguodala. And here's Robertson. Back to Giannis. And there's the feed to Whiteside. Excellent D there from Markkanen.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
For Boston, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. And here's Robertson. To the left side wing. 6 to shoot. Whiteside kicks to Iguodala. Fires for 3. He doesn't hit that one. So Vancouver will take it the other way.
It's amazing the success they've had with him shooting this way. 0 for the night.
Shots good by Bledsoe.
Eric Bledsoe has length, he's got explosiveness, and he's got a knack for scoring.
Rose dishes to Antetokounmpo. And another one falls. Amazing.
My goodness. 50 for the 8.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Boston leading by 3. Now here's Rose. Now the dish to Iguodala. Passes it to Whiteside. Inside, here's Robertson. Vancouver pulls it in. They are right on the brink of taking the lead.
This is an absolutely critical juncture in this game.
And another one falls.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Now the pass to Leonard. Back to Bledsoe. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Bledsoe's got 20.
Boy, that open look set up by Kawhi Leonard, that's probably the most underrated aspect of his game.
Bledsoe against Rose. Kicks it to Robertson. Floats it up for Giannis. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Pass to Leonard. No good on the shot. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Iguodala wide open. Off target from outside.
Boy, at some point you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made one basket in this period.
Outside Rose. Here's Robertson. Here's Whiteside. Excellent D there from Markkanen.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort, you see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Bledsoe against Rose. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Shoots it up. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Here's Mitchell, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding. You know what I love about Donovan Mitchell? He is just as great off the court as he is on. This guy is engaging. He's self-aware. He is the real deal.
Patrick Beverley, he's checked in for Boston. And it's tied up with that one. And with his dad working with Major League Baseball players, Mitchell was rubbing elbows with guys making millions. He saw some players who stayed humble and others who didn't. And
My goodness.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. And that one's good. Beverly. Now it's a 4-point Boston lead.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Passes to Leonard. Cantor kicks to Bledsoe. Markkanen against Giannis. Here's Mitchell. Here's Cantor. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
I love that Cantor will pursue rebounds out of his area. This guy's such a powerful player who's willing to exert his will.
On the wing, it's Iguodala. He's covered by Leonard. Back to Iguodala. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Leonard. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Vancouver. Right side against Cantor. He kicks it to Leonard to take the lead. Sinks the triple. Leonard's got 19 points.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Right side, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Now Beverly. He's guarded by Markkanen. For the 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Giannis. Count it. Antetokounmpo's got 58.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this one.
There's the pass to Markkanen. Over Antetokounmpo, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. And Vancouver with the possession here. They trail by 1. And the shot is good. 21 points for Leonard.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Pass to Giannis. Iguodala outside. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Giannis has got 6 assists now in the game. Bledsoe against Beverly. Leonard kicks to Bledsoe. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And with Eric Bledsoe, to me, when he's playing with confidence and when he's playing under control, this guy is a big-time difference maker.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1. And he makes both free throws.
You must embrace the pressure and knock down critical free throws. Nicely done.
Boston shooting 44% in the 4th. The offense with some ups and downs. Iguodala against Leonard. Iguodala outside. Right side finds Beverly. 5 on the clock. Vancouver pulls it in. Leonard's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Pass to Cantor. It's good. Cantor's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Wow, the maturation of Enes Kanter, so fun to watch. The comfortability in a big-time moment, love it.
Here's Bledsoe, and the jam by Bledsoe.
And just another thing to love about Bledsoe, he is underrated in the clutch.
Boston trails by 4. Antetokounmpo passes to Iguodala. Nice ball movement by Boston. And good! There's another. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one. Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
A great job to get the bucket and to get to the line. When the game's on the line, you want your guys attacking like he did there.
Here's Leonard. The shot off that time, and it's Boston the other way. Ghana's with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Beverly wide open. Offline with his 3.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
And so it looks like Vancouver will retain possession here.
Boy, how big might this sort of mistake play out? You never know, but sometimes these are game changers.
.24 seconds left in the game. Leonard kicks to Bledsoe. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot by Markkanen. Nobody around. The 3-pointer off the mark. Here's Antetokounmpo. Count it.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious. 2-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Now a timeout call by Vancouver. They're trailing by 1. 3 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And I think they've got enough time to try and get the ball inside. And unless they get a wide open look on the perimeter, that should be what the focus is. Even if you miss at the rim, you've got a good chance to maybe try and draw a foul.
Knocked loose, stolen by Beverly, and now we've got the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses. Shoot 2.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Now a timeout call by Vancouver. They're down by 2. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And with under 2 seconds remaining, they need something quick. Don't have time for an extra pass here, but they want to try for a 3 off the inbound play and go for the win. Definitely doable.
To win the game. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot, no good. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Garrett, congrats on the win. I know this wasn't the night you wanted offensively, but how do you take this anyway when you win the game?
Win is a win, don't get me wrong, but I know I could have played better. I got my teammates that came together tonight, made some huge plays, and we got the win.
Well, a good team picks up the guy when he's not playing well, and they did that for you tonight, Garrett. Thanks again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.